Welcome, Savvy Sagittarius. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here to do your December 2019 horoscope. Well, it's a big month for everybody, especially you, because we're just about finished with 2019 and about to go into 2020. So a new decade begins, but there's a lot going on in the heavens, and there are two eclipses this month that's adding to all of that activity. But for you, Savvy Sagittarius, and I'm calling you Savvy because savviness is going to become more important to you this month. For you, what's happening is Jupiter, which has been in your sign for the last 12 months, is now moving on the 3rd of December into Capricorn. So you may have had a lot of internal changes going on over the last 12 months to do with your identity, your authenticity, who you are, and you know, those really inner deep types of big ticket questions, I guess, big ticket questions going on about, you know, what direction do you want your life to go in and those sorts of things. But now what's happening is that Jupiter moving into Capricorn is happening in your second house of values. So you'll still be asking yourself questions about what you value, but you'll be coming from a stronger base, you know, a base that is more authentically you. So the second house is about your values. It's also about possessions, and it's also about finances. So you may move to a sort of a more stable sort of life in terms of finances. You could find money coming in that you didn't expect. It just sort of gravitates to you. You could get a promotion in a job, or have some money making ideas, clean up on some investments, or your cost of living goes down, things like that. But money seems to be, you seem to have more money over the next year. So you'll be feeling, I guess, more stable, more secure. That's what Capricorn does. Capricorn likes to be pragmatic, practical, grounded, based in earthly reality. Capricorn isn't so much up in the air or up in spirit, it's an earth sign. So you may have had a lot of excitement and adventures over the last 12 months, or unusual, unpredictable things happening that you didn't anticipate, but all of which were designed to broaden your worldview and broaden your outlook. And now what's happening is that outlook is being brought back to you at home. So this stability and this comfort and security that's coming to you through your finances will last right up until the 17th of December 2020. So that's also good news. Now, the 10th sees Mercury joining the Sun in your first house, which is your sign. There's likely to be still messages coming through, subconscious messages coming through about what's going on deep down in your subconscious. You could be thinking about changing your appearance. You probably have, you know, thought about that for some time now, or maybe buying some new clothes, makeup, hairstyle, or something like that. Appearing differently to the external world, like more real, more authentically you, and this continues, and you'll get those sort of subconscious messages. It'll make you happy anyway. Change in your appearance or your hair, whatever, in your identity will make you happy. The 11th sees a full moon lunar eclipse, and it's in your 7th house of committed relationships. So this could shake things up a bit. You might want to get, because this is very inner, this energy. The lunar eclipse is a deep feminine energy, which is more about being rather than doing, or rather than taking action. But you'll just become aware in your heart of hearts about the nature of significant relationships. So it could be a husband, partner, or even at work or business, somebody that you work closely with and you may see some things that you don't necessarily like, you know, and you might need to later, you know, put down some boundaries, or, you know, have a heart-to-heart discussion about. The 21st sees Venus in your third house of communications and study. It's also your local area and your siblings. So you could have smooth flowing relationships or connections in these areas. You might find in your local environment that, you know, you're out shopping and you meet friends, or it's just very pleasant and lovely. So if you've got a long lost sibling that you haven't heard from for a while, you might hear some news, and it's very pleasant, you know. So it's like a little bit of an olive branch. If there's an outstanding argument or something that hasn't been resolved, this will help you resolve anything with your siblings as well. 22nd sees the sun, and the 25th sees a new moon solar eclipse, again in your second house of values and finances. So there's likely to be opportunities coming up around your finances, your possessions, or what you value, and you may have some brilliant ideas the end of the month about how you can improve in these areas, how you can get extra money, you know, how you can maybe it's even something like you go to buy something and it's on sale unexpectedly, you're in the right place at the right time, things like that, but you're happy about it, okay? New moon solar eclipse, it's like the masculine energy, and it's that energy that's directed outwards rather than being like the lunar eclipse, that deep inner type of transformation. This is transformation that then is reflected in the outside world, okay? So changes all about for you in December, but good changes, positive changes. Now, if you haven't watched me before, I'll just give you a brief rundown. And so I do this little astrology bit at the start, and now I'll do a psychic introduction for you, and then some tarot and a psychic summary at the end. So just closing my eyes for you now, Savvy Sagittarius. And for December, okay, December 2019, they're telling me that timing is very important. You're still likely to be quite busy getting things ready for Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, or a lot of socializing going on. Just look within yourself for little habits that play out unconsciously, because I can see like records going around and around, or cassette tapes being put into a recorder. So these are like tapes that go around in our heads of things that we say, you know, sort of automatically or out of habit. So you could sort of catch yourself saying something that's a habit, and then you think about it later, and you say, oh, why did I say that? That's not quite, you know, doesn't quite fit the situation. The next thing I see is like all of this water coming down over a waterfall. It's a little bit rocky, so a little bit turbulent, but it's because of the speed of the water and the volume of the water. This says to me that you're likely to be feeling more active and having a heightened sense of well-being. What I'm actually seeing is like chi force, and it's like all of a sudden your soul energy is coming down to your body in great torrents, okay? So that's all fine, and you'll just be feeling a little bit better, a little bit more energetic, and, you know, perhaps like getting out and about and socializing and that sort of thing. Okay, so that's your sort of keywords for the month. And now we'll go and look at the board and do some tarot, and let's pick some cards and see what we come up with. And what I'm going to do is pick a card for every week of the month, and I've already shuffled these, but I'll shuffle them again. First one we come up with is the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a very earthy, grounded sort of sign. Again, could relate to your finances. And good news. See, she's wearing red there. This relates to taking some action. So you could see an opportunity around making more money, but you need to take the action to make it pay out for you. And but pay out, it's likely to do. Okay, there could also be help from other people. You may have some sort of authority figure concerning money help you out with advice or make things easier for you, and especially in relation to government grants or benefits or pensions or things like that. Somebody in the office might help you for a change, and you find that you're entitled to something else that you didn't expect or you didn't know about. But good news around finances. There should be a definite lightening of the energy in December for you as far as money goes. Okay, so let's look at the second week of the month and see what we come up with. Okay, and it's the Three of Wands. Okay, this is very motivational sort of energy, about getting things done, teamwork, and it could be, especially at work actually, could be working on a project or with other people, and the three of you can get it done together. There might be some very definite opinions about this, so obviously you need to negotiate, but you will sort it out. This one, it's not really so much about socializing or, getting on with people emotionally. It's just the passion and the fire of getting your ideas out there, and everybody's equally passionate and you've all got different ideas too. So the trick is to be able to balance them all so that you can get the job done. So second week, it could even be family members, second week having to deal with other people's opinions, but finding a way through that and getting a good end result. Alrighty, so now we're looking at the third week of December for savvy Sagittarius, and I come up with Cups. Alright, so this is the Five of Cups. It might be a disappointment. My advice to you around the third week is not to focus on the disappointment. It's okay. It's going to be fine. You'll see here there's 3 cups separated and then 2 cups to the side. There's actually a white rose here that's looking a bit limp, and there's a red rose here. So this could be in a relationship matter, but whatever it is, your emotions are heavily invested in this. There's a few drops up here of rain, which sometimes indicates tears. If something goes wrong around the third week of the month, don't focus on these 2 losses over here, but be grateful and focus on what you already have and the things that are coming for you here. So there's 3 cups that are still upright. So somebody, and you know what, they might not have even let you down recently. They may have let you down in the past, but it's coming up now, and you'll be having the emotions come up now. So it may not even be a recent event. Alrighty, looking to the final 10 days of the month after the 21st for you, savvy Sagittarius, and we're coming up with, hang on, I'll just shuffle these a bit more, and there's one that's singing to me. Okay, this is a lovely card, the World. The world is your oyster. So even though you've had this disappointment here, it might actually work out to be better for you, because the following week, the world is your oyster, and it's time to start manifesting those things that really are your heart's desires. Now you'll see this lass here, she's got 1 foot on the ground and the rest of the body is in space. Okay, so this is directed by spirit. So but she has a foot on the ground, so she's been practical about it also. She's not airy-fairy all up in the air. She's grounded, touching the planet. She actually has a staff in her hands, which is a symbol of royalty, a staff or a scepter. Okay, let me just see, because I need glasses for this. Okay, she's also got a similar thing in her other hand. It's like a scepter as well. She's dressed in gold fabric, which is something very precious. And up here in this corner here, you can see an angel is holding it up for her. So this is not about fancy dress or dressing according to labels. This is gold in this sense represents spiritual gold, something very valuable, something very precious, okay, adorned in preciousness. That's you, savvy Sagittarius. So it's like Spirit is actually looking down on you at the end of December and really blessing whatever desires you have, those of a spiritual nature and also those of an earthly nature. Now, I'll just now do a quick psychic summary for you and see what I can see for savvy Sagittarius. Okay. I see a person with their hands out like this, and then into their hands there's like this, more of this soul energy being poured into their hands. So this is more life-giving, life-enhancing energy. But they are telling me don't overeat in December, because you could be feeling much better, but if you overeat, you'll negate all of this vitality that's coming in. There's things I can see, this spiritual energy coming in, going down, like coming down the crown chakra, and it's a bit turbulent down there as the energy comes in. It goes back to what I saw before with the waterfall. It's coming through so thick and so fast that your thoughts might be a bit discombobulated. You could be, having racing thoughts, or can't follow, you're thinking along one path and then it jumps to another track and you think, oh, what happened? I was just saying something and then I said something else. Or so your thoughts could be a bit muddled up. But don't worry about that, because and if that happens, then you know that that's just because Spirit is filling you up with what you need, the nurturance that you need, and that will soon settle in January, and you'll be on a good footing. They're showing me in January, when I say that, a bracelet. It's a gold charm bracelet, okay? So you're charmed. You're charmed in January, so you're going to get many blessings. So I do hope that helps you, savvy Sagittarius. Please leave a comment and a like, and I'm only too pleased to answer your comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and click the notification bell for updates. But have a very wonderful month, and Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. And I shall catch you again soon. Next horoscope I'll be doing will be Capricorn. Okay, thanks a lot, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.